survival for breast cancer, and today she's going to tell us the adventures she went through.
Hi.
So the first question I have for you is, when you found out you had breast cancer, what were the thoughts going through your head?
My first thought was I didn't want to pass this on to my family.
Mm-hmm.
I have nieces,
Mm-hmm.
granddaughters, and my biggest thing was that I would pass it on to them.
Yeah.
And that was my first thought, was that
Mm-hmm.
it would be passed on to them because of me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything I had control over.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my initial fear, was that, oh my gosh, the kids are going to have this too. That was my biggest impact.
The other question is, when you told your friends and family, how did they react to this?
Everybody was pretty shocked. I mean, it was, I had gone into the doctor in October and had a mammogram, and they told me to come back, and I didn't. And I went back in January finally, and went in to have the mammogram done, and they told me that they needed to do an ultrasound also. And so I kind of said, okay. So they made an appointment for another mammogram and the ultrasound, and while they were doing the ultrasound, they kind of were scurrying around and talking and kind of being quiet.
Yeah.
They said that they needed to refer me to a oncologist, possibly to have a biopsy done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of scary. It was really scary because I just wasn't in our family.
Mm-hmm. And then another question I have for you is, throughout this whole process, like, what was the journey through this? Like, was it hard, or was it easier, or were you just like at that point where you just couldn't take it anymore?
It was real hard at points. It was easy because I had such great support with family, friends. The hard part was not working.
Yeah.
I had worked for a long, long time and tried to go back to work and got sick again, and going through chemo and radiation treatments, and then getting sick again. My job that I had been at, they eliminated my position, and I didn't have a job anymore, and that was really, really hard after working so hard to get through the cancer and all of the process and the sickness that you go through with it. You just want to get on with your life, and not being able to get back to a normal regime, and not being able to see family, and not having hair. That was a big thing, because my one granddaughter, she would come in the house and say, "Grandma, do you have your scarf on? Put your scarf on." She wouldn't look at me or be around without my scarf. You know, she just didn't like me bald. So it was kind of crazy, but that's the way Lulu was. But it was, I survived. I had a great family support. Everybody in the family was great. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that. The sickness is a hard thing to get through. I'd say my second year was harder than the first year going through it, because I had a lot of depression, not working, not feeling good after the chemo and radiation. It was really, really hard. The third and fourth year, I'm a 4-year cancer survivor now. I feel great. I'm happy. Everything's going real, real well.
That's really
We couldn't do better. So everything else is good.
Okay. Thank you for watching my presentation on breast cancer.